Okay, so we're recording. This week, I forgot to, whoops, I forgot to announce that I'll be coming live today at 2:30. Here I am. And just kind of making a pattern of this this time, and we'll see how much further, how, how much longer this goes. But today I'm going to talk about energy and energetic imbalances, and that was the subject of my blogs this week and my podcast. And so I have a nice little visual here. We're going to be talking about the chakras. So this actually my sister gave me. Hi, Lise, if you see this. And you can't you can't really see the whole thing, but we'll just go like this. So the chakras, and then I'll put this down because it's kind of heavy, but we've got the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the the third eye, and the crown. So here the crown is purple, and it's actually usually signified as white, or actually it changes the way that it's shown. But so not to confuse anybody, but we've got blue for the fifth, purple for the sixth, and indigo for the sixth, and purple or violet white is another way to put it. So put this over here. Okay, so again, I'm talking about possible places to look if you have a health concern and it's showing up and you don't know what it is and what's going on. Actually, one of the best places to look is the chakras and the energy body. So we're going to talk about that today. So we have a chakra is a wheel, and a wheel of energy, and many people are familiar with the chakras, but so this is kind of a review for a lot of people, but if not, we're going to go into it right now. So we have the root chakra, which is at the perineum, the sacral chakra, which is below the belly in the pelvic area. The third chakra is at the solar plexus. The heart chakra is at the heart. The throat chakra in the throat. The sixth chakra is in the ajna, third eye, and the crown of the head is the seventh chakra. And they all have Sanskrit names. And so, right now, let's see. What I want to talk about, because we're talking about not just the chakras, because I could teach you a lot about the chakras just in a neutral way, but what I'm specifically using the chakras to portray is energy. Okay, so when you're experiencing an energetic imbalance, which if you're human, you've been there, we all have energy imbalances, okay? And if you had the eyes to see, which some people do, the chakras, you could look at a chakra and go, oh, this chakra is out of balance. And it's causing, and chakras are wheels of energy in specific areas of the body, and it's causing the energy to be imbalanced, okay? Out of balance. So a really important way to look at this is looking at the chakras in terms of being excess. So if you think of a chakra like a wheel, think of it like this. If you had an excess chakra, it would be kind of like bloated, right? Like too big, kind of bursting out of its seams, maybe spinning too fast. That's excess energy. In Ayurveda, the term is called rajas, so rajasic. is like when you have so much energy, so much fire. That is too much. Okay, say how you feel when you drink coffee, or how you feel, um, you know, well, that's a good example. When you drink too much coffee, right? You're like, blah, too much energy. And then the opposite experience is for the chakra, again, spinning wheel, to be kind of like kind of dried up and kind of crusty, and um, that is a deficient chakra. And that's when there's not enough energy, right? There's stagnation, which is the word is tamas. In Sanskrit, tamas means stagnant. And, it can be stagnant, slow, droopy, or it can be like tight, puckered, um, vacant, empty. Okay, on that spectrum of not enough energy, right? So, as you know, we can affect our energy levels. Sometimes we have the energy that we have. Like, you may be a person that is very energetic. You're just naturally very peppy. You're a morning person, and you get up at 5, and you just naturally have a lot of energy. And then some people are naturally a little kind of slow or logy, kind of weighted down. And as I talked about in the toxins episode, that could very, very much have to do with the level of toxicity in the body that it's causing this stagnation. But if you just look at it as an energetic state, there's no arguments here that there's just not enough energy, and then you have to address what that means when there's too little energy. Okay. So when we look at the chakras, if you have symptoms, say you come to a practitioner for maybe you're having night sweats or something. So that means that you have too much energy, right? It's coming out your pores. It's heat, too much heat, and probably, or perhaps, a mental component of a lot of mental energy. Okay. So we would want to look at the system and say, okay, so what is happening in the body that's causing this symptom? And so you could see that in the way that this person shows up. So yeah, so I probably need more information about what was going on there to locate a clear answer. But there are ways that the different chakras show up in their imbalances, and I'm going to just encourage you to read my blog article or listen to the podcast, because there's a whole explanation there about how the chakras show up. But I also wanted to bring in, just to round out this discussion experience, is to talk about the fact that there are also expressions through each chakra when one has beyond the normal senses, called extrasensory experiences. So those reside in each of the chakras. And so it's very interesting how they would show up and express, and it matches the expression of each of the chakras. So so it's a very interesting realm to look into when you're trying to understand energy. And there is, of course, also the balance component when it comes to energetics, where one can show up as balanced. And of course, you wouldn't really want to change anything if that were the case. But if you did have energy imbalances showing up, that you would want to address them, right? Again, it could be your your prakriti, which is your native constitution, where sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with this your whole life, like that you have too much fire, for instance, and that's going to cause an energetic imbalance where you have excess energy in one or more of your chakras. Um, and so that's, again, sometimes you're going to want to address that. Sometimes you're going to want to work with it, modify it. And it depends on how challenging it is on your life, right? How debilitating the symptom is, um, creating difficulty in your ability to live your life, right? Get your needs met, your survival, etc. So that's very, very important. And so, um, yeah, I think that's I'm just gonna drop this little talk today. It's only about 10 minutes, but it's a little introduction on energy imbalances. And if you're interested in more, you can get in touch with me and check out my website or send me a message if you have a question, and I'd be happy to roll it around, see if I could help you come to some conclusions and maybe work together. And so, yes. Okay, well, have a fabulous weekend, and thanks for watching.